Good morning. All right, how about you? Good. Hey. Hey.
It's fun to take pictures.
And I think we're live. Hello. Yes, but yes, yeah. Good morning. It is the 18th of November. We're going to September. Sorry. We're going through this year really quick, and some D&D time. Fucking motherfucker! Damn you, Drake. 16 months, thank you, sir. Oh god. Session 32, Odyssey of the Dragonlords, amply titled Say It Ain't So. For some reason, I don't know. I will not go. But yeah, we had some fun last week, and it was mostly RP. But today, some of the players were saying they want to punch things, so yeah, we might give them some things to punch. But we'll do a recap, and then we'll jump into the game. Arcadia, it's on you.
Good morning, everyone. We started the session in the evening on Saturday, day 23. We first divided the potions and magic items amongst ourselves, and after discussing our options, we split up. First, we'll follow Corbin and Nicodemus as they scope out the Siren's Roost. They get there, there's a very long line to get in there, and Corbin sees a bunch of people in robes scurry in. Nico wild shapes into a very furry cat, while Corbin disguises himself as a short human with a big curly mustache and distracts people by making a scene about how the great god Steve created the barbecue sauce for all. The door pops open, and we find that Beavis and Butthead, or at least people who look much like them, are the security guards. Nico successfully sneaks in. He finds 3 rooms. One has food in it, one has people arguing in it, and one is quiet. He goes in there and sees regular and exotic instruments. Then he goes into the room with people arguing. There are 5 of them, 3 women, 2 men. 2 men and 2 women are getting ready. The other is a bookkeeper. He recognizes one of the men as Zephyrus. He licks his paws and listens for anything of interest, and 2 women notice him. One has her hood up and is wearing goggles, and he can tell that she's extremely attractive. She says, "Ooh, kitty," walks over to him, asks for food and water, and and picks him up to give him scratches. Up close, he notices her hair is moving erratically. When the food arrives, she puts him down, and he hears her say, "That bitch better not come over here and start up shit. I hear that she's in town." He leaves, and they hang around until the end of the concert. They see that Zephyrus is the most popular person signing autographs,
That's
and
funny, I forget so much shit
leave.
sometimes.
And then they stick around, but nothing of interest happens. So now we go back 6 hours, and we go to Arcadia, Amitrius, Camos, and Kyra, who are on their way to the palace. First, Amitrius wants to take a quick dip in a cheap bathhouse, and we travel and notice that not nearly as many people are following, cheering, or asking us for our autographs. Some people are standing back and talking and pointing at us. The mood has definitely shifted. Amitrius said that we should have done a skywrite to explain the situation. Camos, in his typical emo goth way, asks sarcastically, "What would we have written? It's not my fault. Just because I carried a whole cart of dead children around doesn't mean I killed them." He thinks we should have put a parchment on the cart. Amitrius thinks the people of Mitros are fucked up with their slave trade and their corrupt king. As they're talking, a child minotaur notices them. He looks very excited and runs to meet them, but the adult minotaur snatches him up and says, "We don't talk to them." And then we are reminded that Camos does speak Minotaur, as he says, "Well, we would have talked to you." He knows that Minotaurs are not chatty folk, but they understand that we're all doomed. When we get to the palace gates, Kyra gets us in by saying she wants to speak to her sister. We almost get into a fight with a guard who is a follower of Lutheria. Arcadia stands between him and guess who? Amitrius makes a sign of Lutheria and stops them from fighting. We see in the courtyard there is a new cart piled full with something, but it is covered up. We do not investigate. When we get into the palace, we go to our chambers. Arcadia and Camos both find that their things have been rummaged through. Nothing is missing nor added. Camos decides to leave a note in his sock that says looking for anything in particular, and we highly suspect that he is responsible for the trend of people wearing sandals and socks together. Amitrus and Camos go downstairs to eat. Arcadia gets herself and her armor cleaned and polished up, as befitting to see Michaela, because she's very concerned with her appearance in front of other Amazons, especially after what Ileana told her, and then she starts to repair Nyx. After eating, Amitrus feels better and goes to visit the queen alone because he misunderstood her wanting to meet the party. He mistakenly thinks she extended a private invitation. So outside of her chambers, he finds 12 Amazon warriors, and he asks them about the rumors of the Amazons converting to Lotharia, but they do not want to share anything with him. He asks to see the queen. They say she is in a state of duress and that their commander, Michaela, said no one in or out. When Amitrus mentions that there is an Amazon in our party, he notices that about half of them kind of snort in response. He leaves an invitation to them to come talk to him in the stables where no one can hear them giving him secrets, but they don't take him up on it. So he and Camos go to the stables. Camos, feeling badly for Amitrus being there are no centaur-sized rooms in the palace, decides to accompany him to the stables. Amitrus tells him he appreciates the gesture, but he doesn't want him there, that he's making the horses and him uncomfortable. Camos responds, that fucking sucks. Amitrus and the mayors think it would be better for him to go to his room, but Camos said he didn't mean to horse cock block him, but he is not leaving. So as Amitrus takes off his armor to increase his stealthiness, he sneaks over to where Camos is sleeping, but he is not successful, so Camos awakens, but does not stir on purpose, and Amitrus decides to take a shit on his feet. Camos awakens and bolts up and says, dude! Amitrus looks a bit awkward because he was caught shitting on someone. Camos uses prestidigitation to clean up the place like he does about 3 times a night. Back to Arcadia, who's been working on Nyx for about 4 hours. She hears a knock on the door, and she is led to see Michaela. Michaela is very concerned about Arcadia and her companions. Arcadia explains that they are the chosen of the Oracle, and she asks, why are you concerned? Michaela switches the subject and asks her what tribe she's from. You find that Arcadia is from the tribe of the Kraken. Michaela thought they were all wiped out, but she says no, that was the tribe of the hyena. Michaela asks her how much of the Amazon Civil War does she really remember. Arcadia gets a pained look on her face. She says she was almost 6, but there are those of the Amazons who make sure that the younger generation knows what happened during the Civil War. And she also says she was personally affected as her aunt was killed. Along with the tribe of the hyena, she was executed by the queen. Michaela asks her, how do you feel about your queen? Arcadia says, the queen, and there is a long pause as she seems to be fighting with saying something. She asks her if she can ask her a question. We find out that Michaela has been exiled 10 years ago by the queen because she refused to bow the knee. And she shares the name of someone that Arcadia was taught about, the matriarch of the Lioness tribe. So upon hearing that Michaela was exiled and refused to bow to the queen, she lifts her eyes and slowly says, I have vowed revenge upon the death of my aunt, knowing full well that what she has said is incredibly treasonous. Michaela says, if that is what you seek out the Lady of the Coins at the Colossus of Pythor, and that Nicodemus would be able to tell her where that is. She also tells her to watch out for Corbin because she has heard that he worships Lotharia. Arcadia corrects her and says, as far as she knows, he is a devotee of Pythor. to which Michaela gets a disgusted glare. Arcadia asks her to afford the same treatment if they run across Ileana, explaining that she is her life mate. Michaela says, nods, and then says the queen will see us all the next day. But a word to the wise, be careful around Acastus. Now that the centaur has sullied his honor, she thinks he is going to send people after us. Arcadia pulls out a black feather that was left in the dragon's tooth in Astoria in the tavern. She felt that someone was following her, but when she looked again where they were, she found the feather. Michaela thought it was a raven's feather and will investigate it. Arcadia asks her if she has heard of Ophia. Michaela doesn't really answer, but when she finds out that Arcadia is Ophia's daughter, she says, interesting, and won't go any further. Finally, Arcadia asks her about advice going back to Themis. When Michaela finds out that she would be bringing men to the island, she just said, be ready, because we do not like outsiders. Arcadia pledges loyalty and says that if she needs anything, she is at her service. And Michaela says, if the time calls for it and she needs to, she will call on her. We take a long rest. Nyx is fixed. It is now Sunday, day 24. We meet bright early in the morning. Corbin tells everyone what they found out. We first go to meet the queen. She first starts off with that we have pissed off Acastus, or specifically, really, Demetrius has. But we find out that he is not the same person that he has been before. That he has been having dreams that he won't tell her about, and that he's slowly turning into being greedy and power hungry. Demetrius asks if she has heard about the children being sacrificed, and the queen says yes, but motioning towards Arcadia, saying she would know all about it. Isn't she a worshiper of Lutheria? Arcadia answers, the Amazons may say that there are worshippers, but not all are, but they will say that or be killed. And Demetrius gets impatient and says, speak plainly for once, do you support this killing of children and this dark worship of this twisted goddess or not? And Arcadia says no. Now, Queen Valis explains that Lutheria is a necessary evil. She doesn't expect us to understand and that her time will eventually come, but right now she is a necessary evil. Now that we have struck a blow to the cult and her influence is now has stopped growing, Sidon will probably get more followers, and out of the two, he is more dangerous. The queen Demetrius says, what about the five gods? Will the people not turn towards them? And the queen says she wishes that they might gain some, but really there are many people who don't care for the five gods and think that their time is coming to the end. So we wonder why she actually called us there. She says she doesn't think Acastus was being completely honest with us. While she believes the map to the Ultros is accurate, he never gives something that generous to people without wanting something for himself. So when we find the Ultros, she wants us to return immediately, and she is sure Acastus will try to take it. When Demetrius asks if she can intervene at all, she says she can't. Kyra knows this. They both have to stay neutral. Camus is wondering that now that we've killed the priests, if they were the ones casting dream on Acastus, perhaps his dreams will stop. And he asks Valis to keep an eye on him and see if that is true. Arcadia tells Valis about Icarus and how he was his patron is Lutheria. And she says it makes sense and says that Icarus is not very bright. Demetrius says that it seems like Lutheria is moving against Acastus and the city of Mitros. The queen is not surprised, but right now her hands are tied. But she believes that once the oath of peace ends, the city is going to come under immense attack. The five gods have their hands tied, but the Titans are moving freely and manipulating things, is what Demetrius says, and Valis says they are very masterful with their words. They are not intervening personally, but are wielding a lot of power and have a very good way with words. But Demetrius explains that we have been personally attacked by the Titans on 3 different occasions, twice with Lutheria visiting us in dreams, and, well, actually, Sidon has attacked us once, but him once as well. Valis asks to feel his scars, and deduces that he is not at his full power. And she points out that the five are trying to help in little ways that they can. Kyra accompanies us, and Volkan is making weapons for us. Arcadia asks her for advice for what we should pursue first, because we have been overpowered in the past. She says we should probably go for the Ultros. Arcadia shows Queen Valis the raven's feather, tells her the story she told Michaela. When she sees it, she sees something, says something in Celestial, brings another person in to consult, and asks if we have seen an old man, Zymor. She says, interesting. She knows who he is, and she says, because we have met him, we will meet, I guess, his counterpart, another old man with 7 black canaries. And when we meet him, to be extremely respectful. Arcadia then shows her the paper with "I open" at the close on it. She doesn't understand what it means, but asks to keep the paper. When we're about to leave, she asks what Volkan is forging for us. When Arcadia says a rod of lordly might, she says she thinks she would do better with a blade of luck. Camos asks her if she knows how to make a robe of the Archmagi. We find out that Fargrim, who we have met before, the ornery gnome with the foot on his staff, actually has one. And that maybe that's what Camos should look for rather than trying to fabricate one himself. Arcadia asks about Demetrius's and her fates, that they might be intertwined. Does she know anything about a great wrong done by the Amazons? She also asked Michaela about this. She says we should go to see the Fates on the island of the Fates. Demetrius says, thanks to our efforts, there is a city left. Queen Valis's eyes start glowing. He doesn't realize he has insulted her because we all, Valis did ask for the gods to get there, and they gave up part of their powers. Corbin asks, and then, Corbin starts to feed Demetrius carrots to calm him down. Corbin asks if Valis knows anything about his history. She knows he was killed in battle. He thinks that someone betrayed him, perhaps an ancestor, Estor Archelander. When he says that, he notices Valis look at Kyra for a moment and cock an eyebrow. And she says it is a possibility. At that time, Esther was starting to get power hungry, and she fears that that is what is happening now to her husband. When we leave, we go to the Siren's Roost. There are people jeering us with child murderer. Demetrius punches one of them. The crowd gets unruly. Camos uses the harpy vocal cords to calm them down and to influence them to tell everybody that we didn't do it. We find that Demetrius and all centaurs in general, if their honor is insulted, they will hit you. We find that Arcadia will let people do that, depending on what she needs from them. As we head to the Siren's Roost, Camos proposes in veiled terms that perhaps Kyra was lying about her instruments being stolen. How do we know we are helping the right person? Corbin, Demetrius, Camos, and Nicodemus decide to believe Kyra. Arcadia remains silent. So we go to the stage door. We decided to steal the instruments before the second concert. Corbin replicates his disturbance of the night before. The guards come out again. Corbin goes up to him and says, "Are you threatening me?" And one of them says, "I am the great Corfulio." Arcadia asks Camos to do prestidigitation with fire, because she hears they like fire. And of course, the blonde guard sees this, gets extremely excited, pulls his shirt halfway over his head, puts his arms up, starts walking over and says, "Fire, fire," which allows Nicodemus to sneak in successfully. He goes in, takes the bag of holding that Demetrius lent him, grabs all of the instruments with Volkan's mark on it, comes back out, and we have successfully stolen the instrument. As Corbin leaves, he says to the guard, "Oh, I can't wait to see that band winger," to which the guard responds, "Winger, winger." We go into someone's chambers in the palace, give Kyra her instruments back. She thanks us so much and gives a little evil laugh. Says, "My heroes," hugs everyone. Arcadia lets her hug her. Ask if she will come with us to the Ultros, and she says she will, just don't let me die. Demetrius says usually it's the other way around, and Corbin says it's Camos you have to watch out for. When we look at the map to the Ultros, it leads us to the Dead Falls, all the way across the map, which will retrace our steps to the Sour Vintage, and it will take a week or two. And the Mithril Mountains are on the way, so we are going to stop by, pick up our magic items that Volkan has been working on. Nico is going to check on his dogs and chickens and make sure the troglodytes are honoring the boundary. We leave Amitros immediately. We want to get the hell out before the Four Winds realize their instruments have been stolen. We are going to start our new session at the Forge. It has taken us 2 days to get there, which would lead us to Tuesday, day 26.
Wait. And I hear crickets. So...
Oh, maybe Mike's... Can you... Oh, maybe my silent talk is not working.
No, it is. Just when you key up, you can hear him in the background.
Oh, okay. Yes, there are crickets.
Nah, I'm just giving you crap. So we get to the Forge. That 2-day journey was uneventful. You're at the entrance. I didn't know which way you wanted to go since there were 2 ways in. You could go like the normal way. You can climb down that big ass bridge, or the ladder down into the bridge. I wasn't sure which one y'all wanted to do.
I would say that, first of all, on our way there, I would have asked Camos to put Sapphire up there and Nyx to watch to make sure we're not being followed, and I would suggest that we do the best we can to, stay on a traveled path and not leave tracks, especially when we head off into the falls. I don't know if Nicodemus would have Pass Without Trace or anything that could disguise our whereabouts.
So,
I don't know.
We're on the main road. I don't think we'd have to disguise our tracks. We'd just have to make sure we see if anybody's coming up behind us or in front of us.
If you would have sent the birds out, there would be no tracks leading up to the path.
I'll say, don't worry, if those fucking troglodytes harass us again, we're gonna kill their king. Let's just go in.
Okay, so we're like where my arrow is. That's where the ladder is that goes down, or you could go down the normal.
Why don't we go in the secret falls entrance?
If you insist, I think Nico wanted to see the dwarf thing with that dog, right?
I don't think. Well,
Yes,
I don't. And I don't think Amitris can climb a ladder.
I was just gonna say that.
Well, excuse me. Yeah, it's merely difficult terrain.
To climb a rope ladder.
He can. He has a rope of climbing.
Okay.
We winch him around.
Just ties a rope of climbing around himself, and he tells the rope of climbing to slowly lower him.
Okay, so we're going down the secret.
I mean, if that's what the party wants.
That will bring us directly to Vulcan. We can always go upstairs and check out the other stuff later.
Sure. Okay.
We can go visit our favorite elevator.
I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
we know how to get it down it now, but
That was fun.
I'm guessing that means we have to lower Folon down with the rope of climbing too, or what's happening? Is he with us? Doesn't he need a rider? Doesn't he have to stick with Kyra?
Yeah, he was with Kyra. He is going to hang boots up here. He does not trust bridges and going down into mines and dwarves and crap. So he's going to hang out upstairs. But okay. We get down. When you're coming down like the bridge, you can. It smells like a forge. You can hear hammering and all that jazz.
Is the map black for anyone else?
yeah, it'll load.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There's that traumatic orb.
Yeah, I'm not going to put tokens in here because we're not going to hopefully have any combat situations.
Is the salamander lady in the lava pit?
The salamander lady is there, correct.
I will walk up to her and I will give her a cocky grin and I'll say, Lady Salamander, how fine it is to feast my eyes upon you again. I missed you so that I returned here especially.
And she looks at you and kind of gives you like a wondering glance and like a sly smile and just kind of nods her head.
I'll give her a little bow and I'll join the rest of the party with towards Vulcan.
Okay. And you would find Vulcan hard at work over yonder. Do we have a thing? Or do we have a Sirenscape thing? I don't think we do.
Greetings, great Master Vulcan. It is good to see you again, hard at work in this godlike forge.
Yes.
I do not want to interrupt any important business, but do you have any updates on the progress of the items we've asked you to repair?
What items?
The shield and the axe?
And he's like, huh? And he looks up at you and his face is, he has goggles on and his face is covered in soot. And he wipes him down. He's like, oh, it's you. And he points he points over there and he says, in the corner.
Walk over to the corner and see what's there.
And you see a sword and 2 shields.
Okay.
Wait, a sword?
Yeah. Or an axe. Sorry.
The axe would be done
Holy
in 2 days, or we?
fuck!
Because it's been 5 days now, I think, or 6 days.
Yeah, you have an axe and 2 shields, not the sword. Sorry. Oh, Jingo. Thank you, sir. 9 months. Good morning.
Pick up the axe.
Yeah.
Heft it a little bit. It's like, damn fine axe.
Of course it is. I made it.
Can we get camos to identify them now that they're magical?
They're already identified.
They're already identified.
Those are magic weapons.
Oh, are they in the party? Are they in the party sheet?
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Jingo?
Who needs shields?
And Demetrius, when you're looking at the stuff, you feel a very warm presence behind you.
A glance over my shoulder.
And you see the salamander looking down at you.
I blink and I'm like, greetings, salamander.
And she said, if you're tired of this stuff, you can always join me for a hot bath. Please don't work because I'm
I glance
unsupervised.
over
Nice.
at the pool of lava and I was like, well, perhaps with this armor I could. And
Yes.
I'll say, why don't you all have a nice talk with Vulcan about the magic items you wanted him to make. I have some business to handle over here. I party.
You gotta jump into the lava with her.
I'm going to carefully step in and see if my armor helps me withstand some of it. least.
It is very hot. It's since you had that fire resist, I'll give you that one. You're not going to take damage, but you do feel kind of like you are cooking from the inside, if you will.
We have to be fast then.
Anyways, alright, so while Demetrius is over there doing his thing, Vulcan looks over and says, "Are those things good enough for you?"
I'll say, what is this Shield of Esther Arkenlander doing here?
You gave it to me to fix, so I fixed it.
That was what Steve found in the Mossy Temple.
Ah.
Correct. Yeah, you found the shield, both shields, and then the axe. Like the axe and the shield were together, I think.
The axe was in the crypt.
Oh no, yeah, the axe was in the crypt. But yeah, all three of these things you found prior to meeting Vulcan, and then he said he'd fix them for you, so he did.
Yeah, the axe and the shield of Vulcan we got off of Graxus, the Minotaur, in Xander's tomb. So Arcadia would go up and say, "Thank you for fixing those instruments. I have a question. I spoke with your daughter, and she felt that it would be better for me to have a Blade of Luck rather than the Rod of Lordly Might. If that is okay with you, would you tell me what I need to get that instrument? That weapon, please."
And he looks you up and down and says, "That's what you sure you want?"
And she says yes.
And he sits there and strokes his beard for a second and... how about... I think... And he'll say, "Give me a second," and he'll go over to this massive book bound in leather. And he'll say, "I need an orb of star metal, and it would cost you 25,000 gold pieces."
An orb of star metal.
Correct.
And she thanks him. Does he have an idea where I might find something like that?
He'll just cock his head at you and says, "You're the explorer, are you not?"
He says yes. I will look for it. Can you tell me what it looks like?
Kind of scratches his head. I've never really seen one, so I don't know.
Okay. Very well, thank you.
Yes.
And you guys hear these kind of sounds.
You hear a horse whinnying.
And Kamos, you wanted to ask for the robe of the Archmagi?
I've asked Vulcan before. He says that, cloth is not his material. And he was the one that sent me to, sorry, what was the name of the queen of the last city we were in?
Valis.
Valis.
Yeah, and she's the one who told him to talk to Fargrim.
Corbin, did you have anything?
Nah, Corbin doesn't really need any of these weapons or things, but he's kind of poking around at the shield, thinking, if he runs into those things that hit him really, really hard, he might consider using it.
Is there a list of items he can create, or do we have to make it up?
There is a list. Will he show you? That's another question.
I can't ask him at the moment, but maybe someone else can.
Sorry, what do you want? Ask about what? I missed it.
A list of items he can create.
Okay. Vulcan, any chance you have a menu of things that you can create?
And he'll point over. He's back hammering, and he points over to the large leather-bound book, and says, "You can look. Don't take it, or I'll have your head."
It's good to be back. Don't offend me, or it'll be your head. Don't take the book, or it'll be your head. I missed you.
And I posted that list in Discord if you want to peruse
I'll
it.
post it for the viewers. That's the list.
Yeah, that is the list.
Never mind.
There's a lot of things in there.
Quick question. Say we already have one of the items, like a Javelin of Lightning. Can he make that into an Orb of Star Metal?
No. He can't break it down because it's already been broken down. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Figured might as well ask, you never know.
Plus, why would Corbin want to get rid of his pointy stick?
Maybe to make a different item?
I do like my pointy stick.
But if you look at it, it costs 150 gold compared to some other things that cost 20,000 gold.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, does anyone else have something to do in the place, or should we move on?
I know Nico wanted to check on the troglodytes and the dogs and chickens.
Oh yes, just to see if they're being well taken care of.
And Vulcan he'll say, well,
Oh, I actually have something to say. Kamos, you can make a harpy harp from your vocal cords for only 50 gold.
Awesome. What?
A harpy harp.
I don't know if I want that because I just don't think it's easy to say harpy harp.
And we killed like a few griffins, right? Maybe we can make the eyes of the eagle.
Yeah, but we don't have their eyes with us. We didn't specifically said we take their eyes.
no, you didn't.
All right, it's only a matter of time before they attack Kamos again.
Yeah, just wander out and
So doomed.
Yeah, so we just need to remember to grab a couple of eyes.
So what is a harpy
You should
harp?
write this down.
Sorry. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have this link for in the future, right? It's not gonna go away.
Yeah, and I'll just pen it so it doesn't get lost in the billions of texts every week.
But specifically, what does a harpy harp do?
Hell if I know, let me see.
Or is
Hey,
like-
didn't you take the Cyclops eye? You took the Cyclops eye.
I did.
You can have a monocle of focus.
What does that do?
We should have taken the Cyclops eyelid too, because that would have been a deceptive
we
eye
can say
test.
I did that. Come on. We put in all the effort.
Nope.
No, because you very specifically said that
Come on.
Nicodemus held the eye open. Nope.
Nope.
That's just...
Well,
I went through all the effort to harvest the parts.
but you wouldn't know that you need it. Why would you take an eyelid? You're not Steve. Like
He totally
if,
has the eyelid.
like if
There he
it,
is.
yeah, if it was Steve, I would probably give you that one.
I will, when I'm done here, I will give you Cyclops eye and 50. for a potion.
Huh? Hey, what's it called?
Potion of heroic strength.
Alright, so you're giving him the Cyclops eye. Let me just make a note.
50 gold.
Oh, a Cyclops eye. You can. Oh, well, that never mind. It's a great club of the Cyclops. You're not gonna want that.
Healing.
Salamander scales. You can get your girlfriend to give up some scales. You can make a cinder shield.
Is that something I can do in this situation?
Or
So
a
shed some
warming
skills?
water skin.
She's not going to give up scales now.
Maybe there's some floating around the bottom of her fire tub.
I'm gonna look.
So you're
Well,
going to stick
percentile
it back in and open up your eyes and look around? Is that what you're doing?
I'm just gonna feel around, with my plate to go.
Yeah, do a percentile. You want 75 and up. 75 to 100.
I assume I can't use inspiration on this.
No.
Wish me luck, guys.
84? Yeah. Alright, roll a d6. You're going to get 5 skills.
Ooh, good job.
I will. Shield. Does that even do?
You knows.
I'm just gonna have it made. I'll also give him a 150 gold in the skills later.
Alright, Cinder.
So I'm having the potion made and
Others.
your shield made.
What is HHH for in Gojiro? Because that says where the cinder shield information is.
It's a book. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end up getting it, but it's fine. So yeah, he'll say the potion of strength will take 6 days. The cinder shield will take 4 days.
All right. Crafted. Right. 6 days. Cinder shield.
Look, if we had, we had 5 troglodyte skins, you can make camouflage leather.
Hey, that's no problem. We can get those.
Could you put me down for a harpy harp? I'll find out what it does later. I have 2 sets of chords.
Harpy.
Okay. How long does a harpy harp take?
This makes me think of Marky Mark, or I don't know.
That will take 5 days. And then make sure you mark off the 50 gold.
Yeah, I've already marked off the 200 gold for my items. And do we want to go up and kill those troglodytes for the camouflage thing?
Not if they haven't broken the boundary. That was a promise.
You can go and check up on them. I'm sure something would happen. It's up to you.
Does that mean you want to make something happen?
I'm not gonna say that.
Provoke 'em?
I'm just saying it's probably something. Probably might happen.
Oh, what did Vulcan say about the dogs and the
Yeah. So
chickens?
he said that he was too lazy to keep going up and down the elevator. So he brought them down and set them up in the room up yonder.
Good. Oh, thank you. I'll take a walk over there. So Nico takes a little walk over there and checks in the room.
So you see 3 doggos, and they're all curled up sleeping, and one of the chickens is walking around doing cluck cluck cluck. The other is curled up next to one of the dogs, also sleeping, and they look pleasantly plump.
Good. I hope he's not intending to eat them. I know I wouldn't eat, well, maybe the chicken, but not the dogs.
If you eat the chicken and keep the beak, it'll make a petrifying dagger.
Well, I'll tell him to save the beak for me.
Oh, but the droppings can make a Lanula talisman. They also make like +1 sling bullets, but who wants those? But I don't know what a Lanula talisman is. But they're droppings. That should be easy.
Ah, the death dogs.
And to remind you, that's what they look like.
Ah, they're so pretty.
Corbin, you can upgrade your Javelin of Lightning later. If you
Upgrade.
get Gorgon oil, you can make a Typhonian Javelin.
Ah.
Yeah, I need Gorgon oil for my staff of healing. Plump them chickens up. That'll be a nice meal.
Gotta like about
If
this
we had
farm
saved the
going on.
vines from the, if we had saved the shambling mound vines or something
Oh, I
to
got
make
'em.
a vine tunic. You do?
Yeah, I do. I got the shambling mound vines.
Oh, well,
That's right.
4 of them will make a vine tunic. I'm not sure what that is, and I think it's 100 gold pieces. So
Let me see let me look at my inventory.
Also, sphinx wings. But did you run into those yet? We're gonna start like taking
Oh, yeah.
all the parts from everything.
I got 4 shambling branches and 8 shambling vines.
Oh,
Actually, you could get a vine tunic. That's in the HHH book. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Vine tunic. Interesting.
maybe that's like a tunic that attacks. Maybe you can ask Vulcan what it is, since he's crafting it.
Vulcan,
Just make them.
Vulcan will say, I have no idea what it does yet. I just make it. But he will ask, what do you want to be made first?
I don't really have a high need.
I'd love to see what the Harpy Harp does, unless somebody has a specific need. Can we put that at the top?
Okay.
I just saw your note,
Oh.
Gorgio.
I know.
Items fixed.
There you go. Now you can't.
That was interesting about that axe.
Well, you didn't know that. And if you try to exploit it, then it'll just go away.
For us, I have made a. I'll put the Harpy Harp at the top, then the center shield, and then. I guess we're done here, guys.
Yeah.
Second.
Yep.
Unless, Vulcan wants to stop for tea and chat and,
Is
catch up and gossip.
is anyone gonna use that shield?
What, the shield of Esther Archelander or the Golden Lion shield?
Either one.
I can't. I need wooden shield, so
All right. Then I'm gonna hold on to the shield of Vulcan for a bit.
I'll put the rest in my bag of holding. You guys are okay with that? Just the moment you want it, just tell me. These items, are they identified by or for us?
Yeah, they're already identified.
Right, let's go, guys.
well, before we go, I'm gonna tell Vulcan, keep the beak of the ugly chicken in there if you end up eating it. I'd like to use it for a magical item.
Why would I want to eat Beatrice?
Oh, I figured that's why you were plumping them up. Well, they look good, and take care of them for me.
Can't eat the chickens. That's not nice.
Okay.
Would you eat? Would you eat your pets? Would you eat the? Would you eat him? And points to Demetrius.
No. He's not my pet, he's my friend.
Beatrice is my friend too.
Okay, good. Take care of him. I'll see you later, Vulcan.
And I'm so glad my kid is not here right now because that's her name.
Beatrice.
This is the first thing that came to my mind.
Name's in your game.
Alright, so we are... Alright, so leaving the forge.
Can we consider that we took a short rest to attune to these things or not?
That's on you if you want to sit here and take a short rest to attune to them.
And during the short rest, you see that Demetrius is covered in blisters, and he's rubbing salve on them, and he looks like he's been hurt.
You look and see the salamander, and she's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, and Demetrius is laying on his side with covering his eyes.
Nika walks up and pats him on the back and hits one of his sores and goes, "Mama!"
Oh,
Pop a blister.
worth it.
Are you sure? Is it really worth that burning sensation?
No, Kamos, my friend, in this life you live only once, and every man has to build their own legend. Now, when you go to the tavern, can you say you've done a great deed like this?
That's a hot take, yeah.
Literally.
Alright, so, yeah, let me push that. If you want to use them, you can use them. What's your name? Kamos, if you can roll your, whatchamacallit dice.
Oh, yeah. 11. 12. Mediocrity, yay.
Yeah, dude, it's going to take me a second. It's probably a no, but I don't know yet.
I'm sorry, what?
I was talking to Corbin.
During the short rest, Arcadia is going to say to both Nicodemus and Kamos that when we're in battle, when they light people up and make them glow, it is very helpful for her. In game mechanics, if you do fairy fire and do advantage, it means I can use my sneak attack without having anybody standing next to me. And also because that added advantage, it will help me use my sharpshooter. It will help counteract the minus I get for that. So I could do a lot of damage with fairy fire.
Oh, that's one of my favorite spells.
I'll say it would be very useful if you could use your magic to make me very fast.
Very fast.
Cast haste.
I don't have haste.
I do.
But I could cast Lung Stride on you.
Nah, amateurs probably wouldn't know that. So. Let's get moving, guys.
Yes.
And I'll say thank you, Vulcan. You're a great asset to our party and to Mitros as a whole, or Tilia as a whole. And we shall meet each other again.
Yes, and next time you see my daughter, tell her I said hi. I know she's been very pissy for a while.
I will do that. I will try.
Kyra is not with you, by the way. She's upstairs with the full-on.
Oh, he meant her, not Valis?
Yes.
I'll say, well, actually, I have good news on that front, my friend Vulcan.
What's that?
We have recently made her quite happy. She's been in a jovial mood since.
Oh? What did you do?
We recovered some instruments that were stolen from her.
Oh, as soon as he starts to say that, Arcadia hits him. As soon as Arcadia just interrupts and saying, "Oh, we really she was just in a bad mood, but we knew what would make her happy.
Yeah, it
And
was
she looks at
harpsichords.
Demetrius.
And Demetrius is like completely unaware, like, what? Why are you interrupting me? He's just giving Arcadia a confused look.
And Arcadia gives him looks at him and does the slit across the throat, like, shut up look. Like, small, subtle, don't.
And Demetrius will shrug and he will drop it. But according to him and his paladin honor, those items weren't stolen, so he's not aware of that.
Corbin will hand him a carrot.
So Vulcan will say, "So you made my daughter happy. You know what pleased her? I'm confused."
Well,
We're confused too. You know, sometimes the ways of godlike people is just beyond our understanding.
every time Demetrius tries to get a word in, he's just interrupted. So he gives up and he leaves before he can say something.
Okay.
Something else.
Yeah.
And Arcadia says I'm sorry, it's a woman thing. There are some herbs I was able to give her.
Oh, she get a period again.
Or what?
Every 28 years or so.
28 years, yeah. And it's just, and he'll say, "Well, thank you for that. You have my thanks." You know, she's a bit of a handful every once in a while, but she has a good heart.
What the hell is a period?
It's at the end of a sentence.
It's at the end of a sentence. You wouldn't understand.
Demetrius shrugs and he leaves.
Get out of there! Like, oh my god, that was close. Arcadia explains to Demetrius that Vulcan made those instruments for Kyra, and she told us he would be really, really, really pissed if he found out that she allowed them to be stolen.
Oh, that explains. My bad.
Alright, going back up. It's about midday, and you see full on and Kyra up at the foot, and she's kind of just giving full on a good brush.
Hello, Kyra. Are you ready to move on?
Whenever you are.
Go then.
How's my dad?
He's good. He told us to tell you hi.
Oh, yay. I miss him, but, I gotta hang out with my buddy Full on here. Why are you covered in blisters?
That's a long story. But, you know what? I made it with the salamander. Or I think she made it with me, actually.
Okay.
I've never been put on my back before.
Stranger things have happened. Alright. So we're just gonna keep I'm assuming just travel until nightfall and find a nice spot. Okay.
Right, I have Nyx up with the instructions if she's, if she gets under attack to, avoid and then to fly in a different direction than we are, and then to circle back and tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, I will ask
And of course
Kyra
to tell
play
us.
I'll ask Kyra to play us.
Oh, I'm sorry. And
Okay. So Nyx is doing that. Right, these guys. Okay. Starting to get nightfall. Nyx has not. She's still flying around, but she hasn't come to warn you about anything.
Oh yeah, I do the same with Sapphire.
Okay.
And as we make camp, I'm gonna ask Kyra to demonstrate her abilities with the instrument covered.
And she'll say, "Nah, not right now. My hands are dirty, and I kind of want to stay clean."
Demetrius will look disappointed. All right, of course, it's up to you. It's just you are the goddess of music.
Yeah. I mean, I do have this little. I mean, I had my normal instrument, but the other ones, I'm not really keen on playing right now. Maybe once we get past Astoria.
I will hold you to that. I'll take out the axe. I'll say, this is really the axe of Xander, and I'll give it to Kyra.
And she will hold up her hand and say, I don't want to touch that thing.
No.
It's ugly.
I'll blink in shock and ugly, what are you talking about? This is the most beautiful weapon I've ever seen.
And she'll kind of look around and, right, just, no.
And I'll hold my own halberd next to it. And clearly the axe of Xander is several leagues above it in quality.
Yeah.
See? And who was Xander again? Arkenlander, right?
It's Corbin's buddy.
Xander was Corbin's squire, and when Corbin was killed, he took over to become I believe, the greatest of the Dragonlords, or wanted to become the greatest of the Dragonlords.
And that's what that axe looks like.
I'll ask Corbin about this axe, and I'll say, did you used to possess this thing?
I cannot remember.
Right. Well, I will put the axe away. Go to my rest.
Okay.
Xander also rode Balmetria, which is the silver dragon on the doorway in Astoria when we went to drink from the Dragon's Horn, the temple with Aesop. That silver dragon, the one that has the tomb in the necropolis, the big tomb just for her. They were sworn.
And he ended up drinking from one of her horns.
And that's where we had the vision of, we were on the Ultros. We found the Antikythera, the golden compass, but Kyra was confused because there were a bunch of corpses that were rowing the boat.
And
I'm glad her memory is better than mine.
the dream is in there. And I'll say, do you think this axe is somehow tied into our destiny? Because I think we could sell it for quite a lot.
Wow.
Is he asking Kyra that?
Everyone just around the fire.
No idea.
No. It seems like it might be pretty important considering the tomb we found it in.
All right, and this is time for that note I just linked also has like the dream in it. And,
Oh, yeah. Nice. Alright, laying down for a rest.
I'm guessing we're doing our watches.
Yeah.
so we have a watch list on the order tab.
I do believe so. Unless they change. Wow, they changed it up. That's weird. So Corbin, Ametrius, Kamos, Arcadia, Nico. Cool. Right. So Corbin went first. So Corbin, you stay up. You see some passersby, because it's a travel road. They kind of just look, but don't pay no mind and keep going. You wake up Ametrius, and then you fall asleep. Within Ametrius, within like an hour or two, you kind of just fall back asleep.
Nice, my weakness.
You do not wake up you don't wake Kamos up, and Kamos doesn't wake up. And eventually Arcadia wakes up and sees both of those boys passed out. And by then, it's starting to get rest is almost over because it's been quite a while, quite a few hours.
And I saw Camos and Demetrius, and they're the ones that remained asleep.
Correct, because Camos was supposed to wake you up, so either Camos fell asleep and failed to wake you up, or something else happened.
Right, well. Okay, so she's up, and so I'm not noticing anything?
No.
Right. So she's going to start her military exercises as, once her watch is over. She always does that in the morning.
All right.
And she'll send Nix up again. Well, Nix has been Nix doesn't need to sleep.
Yeah. All right. But
And
yeah.
when it's time to get up, she goes over to Camos and roughly shoves him with her foot.
Yeah. Doomed, all doomed.
All doomed, all doomed.
And she said, "What happened to your watch? You were supposed to wake me up."
Is it time for watch? Okay, I'm waking up. What's going on?
Demetrius didn't wake you up?
No, why are you waking me up?
Because it's morning. She walks over to Demetrius. And I'm guessing he's all covered with blisters still.
Yeah.
Probably has like a little you know how like when cats sleep, how their like paws jitter like they're dreaming. He's probably doing that with his hooves.
And she's gonna shove him with her foot. He says, "Wake up!"
He immediately wakes up and he draws his halberd and he almost swings around and he's like, what? Oh, okay.
And she said, "You didn't wake Camos up for his watch. You put this whole
I
party in
forgot.
jeopardy."
Don't worry about it.
And she says, "I will not have someone jeopardizing this party and jeopardizing me. You better be more serious about watches."
Alright, it's fine. Just had a rough day.
Alright, so I guess we're going to eat and then move on.
Okay. So when you guys are getting ready, a caravan is heading toward you, coming from the west, heading east towards Astoria, and they're just like look like peasant travelers, and they're going by, and some of them notice you, and is that the heroes that caused all that ruckus a couple days ago?
Arcadia ignores them.
Demetrius will wave at them and say, "Greetings."
Are you the heroes of the Oracle, by chance?
That's us. We did indeed save Astoria and Mitros.
You know there's a warrant out.
What?
A warrant. The town guard is looking for you guys for questionings.
Where?
Back in Mitros, apparently some high-priced items were stolen, and
What?
they're looking. Apparently, supposedly, you guys stole them. Not saying that you did, my lord. That's just what the town guards are saying.
Demetrius will say, "Do we look like thieves to you? All
Ma-
we did was return some stolen property."
My lord, I have nothing to say on the matter. I'm just repeating what I've heard.
Well, when we get back there, we'll sort it out.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. Here we are doing heroic things. Somebody's gonna throw slander around,
Yes. This is true. But I'm just saying what I've been told, and I guess you guys caused quite a ruckus in town.
It is merely a misunderstanding. We were doing the bidders of the goddess of music, if you must.
Okay, I'm not saying anything, my lords. It's just, just going off what I've been told and what's been going on around in the city.
Now, on to more important matters. Do you have anything for sale?
We have some radishes if you are interested.
I'll buy one.
Ah,
Piece of radishes.
excellent. Just 1 copper, please.
I'll give him a copper and I'll begin eating.
Okay. It is a very ripe, good tasting radish.
You know what? How much can you sell me? Because this is real good stuff.
Well, we have a crop here, but
How about a crate full?
really, okay. How about 10 gold?
10 gold? How much radishes is that? It's like 100 of them?
That's like a massive crate full. That'll suffice you for a while.
I'll say, how about half of that? 5 gold.
Could you do 7?
Sure.
All right, perfect. And he'll clap his hands, and one of the kids will jump down, and he'll try to start taking the crate off, but he's like barely able to like budge it.
I'll walk over. I'll try to lift the crate and put it in the bag of holding.
It's too big to fit in the bag of holding.
Can I wear it on my back?
Sure. And he says, pleasure doing business. I do appreciate, I never imagined I'd actually meet the heroes out on the road, but, it's been a pleasure to meet you. You're not exactly, as evil as some people are saying, so that's nice to know.
What are they saying?
Again, my lord, this is just what I've been told and what the rumors go around, but some of you are, like to, some of you like to kill children and sacrifice them and like to steal things and cause ruckus.
These are merely false rumors spread by those that wish to waylay us and serve the likes of Sidon.
And you spit on the ground side on.
A little bit of the shoulder and say, you're a good man. Make sure to tell those who falsehoods.
Absolutely. And he'll climb back up on to his cart and he'll nod and say, "May Lutheria be with you," and take off.
I'll cringe at that, but not say anything. I'll just wait for the fight.
Okay.
I'll look at Kyra and I'll lift my eyebrow and say, "Do you know anything about this warrant?"
And you see her kind of like in the background with her hood pulled up over her head. And she'll be like, no, I've been with you guys. I don't know anything about a warrant.
These items they did belong to you, right?
Yes, those are mine.
All right, very well.
Those are just jealous bitches.
Arcadia will go up to Amitrus and said, I don't think it's a good idea to admit to anything, whether or not you feel it's justified. Because now they're going to want to question both us and Kyra if you're tying her to this. I think it's better not to say anything.
Well, as a paladin, he thought he was doing no wrong, right? He was just
I'll
returning.
say, why not? We don't have anything to hide.
And she's... that may be... I just don't like inviting trouble where it's not necessary.
Well, I'm not going to lie to anyone. I have a code of honor to uphold. I'm not some petty thief, and I'm not going to stand by when people slander my good name.
She just looks at him and says, okay.
He'll say, I have sworn to justice to my divine heritage. That to show the world that the Centaur are a noble and righteous people. Anyone that would besmirch my name and that of my people my enemy. Every man has the right to defend himself when slandered.
All right. So we can. Nothing really eventful would happen. I'll not relate back to Astoria, so we can just kind of hand wave that. Unless you guys want to like have chats and stuff while you're traveling. Right. So it'll be about another day and a half, I'd say. You get back to Astoria. It's mid-afternoon, and it's a broken paladin having a typical chat. Yeah. You get up to the gates, and the guards see you, and they get all excited and say, "The heroes are back! The heroes, come in, come in!" And did you want to spend any time in Astoria other than maybe like a long rest, or we just gonna? What are we gonna do with that?
I mean, we can just, I guess, unless anyone has something, we can skip over it. Maybe have a talk with Pythor, like say hello, good to see you again, and then.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything major to do here.
Okay. One thing, so while you guys are, before you do head out, the vineyard owner will come up and he will ask how it. Go ahead. What were you?
Well, actually, before you said that, Arcadia would have said that she was going to go to him.
Okay. So you can go ahead. Go ahead.
So she would go. She would. Well, I shouldn't know. She wouldn't necessarily tell the party that she's doing this, but she would go to his. She would go to the vineyards.
All right. And when you go to the vineyards, you do see him. He's out in the field, hard at work.
She takes a deep breath and takes something out of her bag, which is Corinna's necklace, and she goes up to him.
And when you start walking up, he gets a big old smile on his face, and then he sees that you're holding the necklace, and his face turns into worry.
She says to him, Master Theracles, I have some very bad news.
What is it?
And she looks to see if he is... Does he have anything he can sit on?
He's leaning up against like a pole, but nothing really to sit on. You guys are in the fields.
Okay, she says, on our way to Mitros, the caravan your daughter was with was attacked by... hold on, I forget. Hold on a second. I'm just looking it up. I forget.
The satyr and I think a dryad.
Right. Was it the satyr?
Satyrs
Oh, it was
and a
goatlings.
dryad.
Right. The spade creatures. Yeah, it was goatlings. Yeah. So she would say that they were attacked by fey creatures on their way to Mitros, and they were all killed.
He'll kind of laugh at that, and he said, "No, it just saw her, a week, not even a week or two ago. She was fine. She was setting out to Mitros to. No, that's it. This can't be true."
And she says, I'm very sorry, but it is. Your daughter fought valiantly and killed many of them. And the ones remaining, my party and I took revenge and upon your daughter and killed them.
And he kind of falls down and kind of just like hold his hand down, and he's like, oh, where's she buried? Did you bury her?
And she says yes, and she would explain generally where and say our paladin cast a ceremony.
Yeah, I put golden coins on their eyes to buy their
And,
passage.
yes,
Yeah,
for the book. And the goddess of music prayed over them.
But she was just fine. But and he just starts sorry, give me a second. He's like, but thank you for that. Let's. I'm sorry, guys. Can we go on break? I need a minute. Yeah,
Okay.
let's take her. Let's take her 10 here, please.
Yeah, it's fine. Good.
Now we're back. So where we were, I guess you kind of fast or go through that part faster real quick. So, sometimes real life bleeds into the game, and yeah. Arcadia went and talked to Corinna's father, and now I'm assuming she's probably just coming back to the rest of the boys. I'm guessing girl.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm guessing we're moving on.
All right. Leaving Astoria. All right.
Did we stay overnight, or
That is up to you.
did we stay overnight?
Wrong with that.
Yeah,
There's a
sure.
few days to burn for all the crafting.
So just I would check on, is Honora still there, and just checking. I'm just curious to see how Pythor is doing, because the last we saw, Demetrius gave him his beloved tankard, and I'm wondering if he's any less drunk. And I just would check in on Honora.
Yeah. So you go see Nora. She's doing swell. She is in pre-wedding mode, like going through getting it, like making like all these wedding plans and whatnot. You do see Pythor. He looks a little bit skinnier than, like he lost a little bit of weight. And he profusely thanks you for the mug, as he is it overfolds but does not get him drunk, and he loves it. So everything on that end is doing good.
Where's the squirrel? Is the squirrel there, or did the squirrel go with the druids?
The squirrel went with the druids. Poor squirrel.
I never trusted that squirrel.
Okay. Yeah, we did a long rest. We saw all those people, and now we're next day heading out.
As we are walking in the forest, I turn to Kamas and I say, Kamas, you keep going on about this doomed destiny. What does that even mean?
He is muted at the moment. Oh, that's cool. Oh, we can't. Oh, he's just muted. Oh, there he
Okay,
is.
here you go.
Oh, yeah. Just give me a minute.
Nico.
My good.
We're all doomed.
The original Friday the 13th.
All of us are doomed.
Oh wow, that was a long time ago.
That was before I was born.
Can you hear me now?
I
Wait.
think I was 9.
Ah, we can hear you.
Yay, there you are.
Yeah, well, it took so long to acknowledge me, I kept flipping through more settings. Anyway, part of my family curse is, every time we try to talk, we find out that we're muted, and it's been passed on from generation to generation. And it's like my father dedicated his life to try and figure out what this was about, and I still don't know better than any more than I've already told you.
So how does your family, do they keep dying early, or?
It just seems like we're very popular with wild animals. We have really bad luck, which causes people to avoid us and then become social pariahs. And so then we just embrace it with this particular cultural aesthetic that you see. But other times it causes people to be afraid of us, which has led to, sometimes a position of strength. I wish I knew more, but that's all I've ever figured out.
Do you have any offspring?
Oh no, I hope, it's like I figure if I don't have any kids, maybe then this whole curse can end with me. But I feel like I can't keep on going like this.
Let me recap. Your family is cursed in that they have bad luck. That curse?
Sure, yes.
What happened to your parents?
My father died in a scientific experiment when he was doing magical experiments. My mother is still alive and living in an undisclosed location because I've never written her backstory.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you this. Every man in this world, they make their own destiny and make their own luck. Don't let it get you down. And I pat him on the shoulder and say, don't worry too much about being doomed. You have your fate in your own hands.
Oh, I don't worry about being doomed. I'm very certain about it.
We'll see. I don't think you have it that bad.
Thanks for saying that.
Say, why don't you get struck down by a god with lightning before you complain? I laugh at it.
Well, some of us are handed bad luck. Others, they make their own.
Fair. That's fair.
Alright.
That's funny.
Alright, so for this map, you guys are heading south, so you can position yourselves however you want to, like in your traveling order. Because I think, Demetrius will be in front more than likely.
It's a red.
We are heading to the southwest, and we came from the northeast.
Yes. Nico just walking on the road. You're way back there. Oh my Lanta.
Yeah, she's like, she's keeping an eye on the rear, and with Nyx, but also she knows she's better at range.
Okay. Is this acceptable for everyone else? Like how you guys want it to be?
I'll say, that Arcadia always sneaking around in the bushes, staying far behind. I swear, half of the time I don't even see her.
Guess Corbin would be over here next to Kiara, trying to talk to her about Arcalander.
You're just gonna walk on the grass, because she's on top of the horse or the centaur.
Oh, well, I'll stay next to her then.
All right. Cool. So we're gonna do a couple of things.
I might have, and I don't want to do this now, but I might have gotten a few things at the general store in Astoria, like probably things like replace my caltrops and maybe get a few things like that.
Okay. Let's see. Items.
We can do that later, though.
Okay.
I don't think it would be anything that.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Cool. Demetrius needs to roll too, but that's fine. So whilst you guys are walking down the path, Arcadia, you probably noticed this first. Nyx comes tearing down across the sky, chattering, and as you look, you see like a winged creature come and carrying a passenger come and land right there.
Okay.
And we're going to do this. So Demetrius, who would go first? You see this creature and lady land on the ground, and the lady kind of pops off of this Pegasus.
Do I get the idea she's hostile?
Oh yeah. She is.
Alright.
She is carrying. I think she has 2 short swords. Yeah. No, she's carrying a short sword and she has a light crossbow. So yeah, she looks hostile.
All right, I am going to. Here. I am going to use my channel divinity conquering presence. Try and frighten the both of them by lifting the symbol of the horse that carries around his neck to the air, summoning a huge spectral horse to trample them.
Whoa.
What? They haven't attacked us yet, you know?
Well, he said it made it obvious these guys are.
Hostile.
You know, we're out on the road and something flies down on a shadowy horse and jumps off with blades in their hand.
Yeah, and like advancing on us, I assume.
Given our experience, I think we're entitled to attack something first.
Okay.
Or innocent person.
All right.
Assassin!
Yeah, just because somebody is named Assassin doesn't mean they're out to kill you.
Well, I asked and they made it clear that they were obviously hostile. Like, you know when you're being attacked for like warriors. After so many years of fighting, you just know that this person is here to attack us.
Demetrius is deeply paranoid.
Okay, so we're in combat order, right?
Yes.
Okay, Nico, you know you go, right?
Yeah. So Nico's gonna cast Fairy Fire on them too.
Nice. Both pails. What color are they?
They're gonna be purple. Let me find the purple.
Nice.
Violet. There it is. Oh, that's supposed to.
Important choice of the day.
That'll be Nico's turn. He's gonna stay right where he is.
Alright. It's her turn. She's gonna say fools. And she's going to shoot at Kyra. But Kyra dodges. And she's gonna do it again.
Thought she had swords.
And I did say crossbow.
The light crossbow.
This one hits. And we do this.
You think you can assassinate a god, woman?
Oh, she succeeded. Heck damage. Hang on, let me look at this. Oh yeah, she does get that. And damage.
Wow.
And she
That's a
says,
shit ton of damage for a little crossbow.
Kara says, "What the fuck?" And let's see here. This half damage because of that. That should have been half, so let me give her back some. 17. 31. Oops. Corbin. Oh wait, sorry. She needs to make her save, Demetrius, for frightened.
Okay.
Still scared. All right, Corbin.
All right, seeing Kyra take some horrific damage, Corbin will rage. And I will throw the javelin of lightning at her.
All right.
Let's make sure I'm not in the path.
I don't think you are. She dodged it.
And she dodged it.
And then I will... We'll run over here.
5, 10. Okay.
Okay. So I am going to cast Hold Person on Assassin, and I am going to foresee that she rolls a... Where's my journal? Journal, portent rolls. I'm going to foresee that she rolled an 11.
Okay. And what's the DC on that?
The DC on that is 16.
Nice. Okay. Drop it on.
Okay.
Very nice, DC.
Yeah, I'm wicked smart. Where my character is. Me, on the other hand, doesn't know where anything is. So I drop the effect on. It's a she or a he?
She.
Okay, I think she's held. And I am going to move up a bit. And call it a turn.
Oh my god. There we go. Alright, so the Pegasus doesn't like that her friend just got held like this, so it's going to come over towards Kamos, and yes, Demetrius, I know. Go ahead.
Well, closing the distance probably was a bad thing.
Oh yeah, I did.
And it's going to hit you with its hooves, or try to at least. Nice. Arcadia.
Dodge.
Okay, so she is going to make sure I have this on here. She's going to aim for the assassin. She's also going to move that.
Random traps when I see
But
that.
she's going to aim for that assassin. And let's see how we do. Hopefully I have all the things passed.
And thank you for that $25 donation. Do appreciate that. That's something that's very close to my heart.
And I will stay there and send Nyx after her from above.
6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be.
And pass my turn.
Deadly. Full on will come over. Does he have? He has a longbow. Never mind. He's going to shoot. Kyra will pop down. 10, 15, 20. And we'll stab this Pegasus. You son of a bitch!
Jesus.
For a whole whopping 14. Not bad.
That's not bad at all. Damn. Plus 10. Jesus. It's like 30 decks.
Something like that.
I think it was a crit. Well, the crit doesn't double the bonus. Never mind.
You go move a little bit into the grass, and then cast Thorn Whip on Pegasus.
Need something for the grass.
Second.
Oh, net. That'll work. Or maybe. No, how about.
And he'll stay right there.
What a poison
That'll
dart.
be Nico's turn.
No, that's in the grass. Vamos.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Nice.
And so I think that's got 20 feet of distance. So that jumps me out of the thick of things. And then I am going to use my, what is it? What is it? Feet? Oh yeah, right. So I am going to then use a Firebolt
Oh, guillotine blade.
on the Pegasus.
That'll work. And we'll put that.
Just
We'll put that right
It-
there.
damage. Okay, well that's damage. And I'm gonna call that a turn.
Corbin's turn. I'm gonna run up to the assassin. And I am going to try to shove her to the ground.
Alright, so you shove her to the ground.
And then I will bonus action grapple her.
So now you're laying on top of her.
And then,
Dude. Don't send this
He's
weapon.
like, dude.
let's see. And I will, I'll drag her away from the horse a little bit.
I think you still have to put prone.
Yeah, I gotta.
So you moved 15, so you can move her back 1.
I'll move her back as far as I can. Yeah, it's half anyway, so.
Corbin, you got the grappler feet?
I do.
Excellent. I was just wondering.
Oh, by the way,
Just so I can prepare.
sorry, I just want to say that I foresee that the assassin's going to get a 12 on her next roll for saving throw. For a hold person.
For a whole person. Okay.
I am going to move up. Guess I'll take an AOP from the Pegasus.
You will. Let me drop that on you. Okay.
I'm going to. Oh yeah. Oh
Nice.
yeah. What's-
I think it depends on how many spell levels you're about to burn through.
Does hold person confer an auto crit, by the way?
Woof.
Well, she's paralyzed.
So
And
if
prone.
I hit her, it's always a crit, or
I don't think so. Yeah, actually, yeah. As long as you're 5 feet within 5 feet.
so if I hit her again, it's gonna be another crit.
Okay.
Crit?
And this is why I give them hard things to do, because
That's
yeah, they take out shit like this easily. Okay.
and then my bonus action. Again. That's another crit.
Okay.
Nice.
So you just see Demetrius run up, and he's like, "Corbin, move!" And Corbin gets out of the way, and he just spears his halberd down, and he begins pricking down and down and down, and the weapon starts glowing as he just spears this assassin a few times.
Oof.
You did mark all your spell slots off for that, right?
Both my second level and my first level.
Okay.
Okay. So, Arcadia murmurs a little something to transfer her hunter's mark onto the Shadow Pegasus, and then we'll fire on him. I just want to make sure I have all of my things up for me. Huh, I don't know why it didn't do... What did it do? I think it didn't do the... Can you throw that onto him as well, please? Because it didn't do the sharpshooter. Please. Engorgio.
Got it.
Alright, it's Nix's turn. Yeah, pass my turn.
Alright, Pegasus. Put down. Kyra will stab. Head. It will hoof Demetrius.
Does Kyra only have 2 proficiency? Of all that bonus.
Sure. And we'll hit him. She'll move up and stab again. Katia.
Alright, we're gonna do this again. Same thing. Okay, I don't know why it keeps on dropping that.
Do you have everything on correctly?
Yeah, I had everything on before. I had both of them. I checked. So I don't know why it's dropping it. If you could add the one, I'm sorry. All right, it's Nix's turn again. And pass my turn.
Is the assassin completely dead? Am I sure of this?
She's on the ground.
Yeah, is she like saving, or is like her head cut off, or her heart?
Her head is not cut off.
Double tap it.
I'm gonna double tap her.
Okay.
So dark. Guess we won't be questioning the assassin.
Guess not. Now she is dead.
And then I turn towards the Pegasus. And can you describe what a Shadow Pegasus looks like?
So you know what a Pegasus looks like?
It's just black.
It's just black.
Okay. I'm just gonna give it my second. I think because Pegasus have like some magical abilities, I don't want it to like heal her back up or something.
Alright.
I just heard a Wookiee sound. Did somebody make a...
I think that's my dog's barking. Could be. Barks with all of us and somebody else made it.
Alright, Corbin will try to shove the Pegasus down to the ground.
It needs to make a strength, right? Yeah. Yeah.
This
And
is a nice roll.
follow it up with the grapple.
Just put the thing on it. So you're like on top of it now, or what?
Well, I kind of knocked it over, and now I'm kind of holding its neck.
Like he practiced on Demetrius.
Yeah.
Like a rodeo.
Okay.
Well, Eagle's gonna walk a little bit closer. And his nails grow real long and he scratches out at him. Gives him a hiss. Hits him with this primal savagery. Take that! Oh well. 7 points of damage there. And that'll be Nico's turn.
All right. Cast Firebolt on the horsey. I hit. Yeah, because that is advantage and disadvantage. And do 6 points of damage. Yeah, that's my turn.
He will shoot some hits. Right, so this guy is going to lash out at Corbin.
Oh, you you ever been bitten by a horse, Corbin? It's not pretty.
Luckily, it misses. It's going to do it again. Missing again. You don't have the shield equipped, do you?
I do not.
Okay.
It rolled a 14.
Otherwise, I'd have a 19 AC instead of a 17.
Shoots. Demetrius.
Demetrius is going to raise his halberd and he's going to look down and he is going to stare into the eyes of the Shadow Pegasus, and then he lowers his weapon. He doesn't want to drag this creature down. He is going to take the disengage action here.
Okay.
He feels some kind of connection with this Shadow Pegasus, and he says, maybe we should let it go, let it fly away. That's his suggestion.
Are you sure? We could make traveler's clogs out of his feet and a potion of heat, a potion of stamina, a potion of flying.
I'll say, do what you must do. I just don't want to execute this poor beast.
Yeah, this poor beast tried to chew my ear off. Literally.
It's only trying to defend its master.
That was trying to kill us.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you. You have the right to attack it. I don't want to be part of that.
I like how Demetrius will coup de grace an unconscious person, but
yeah,
don't hurt the horse.
That's kind of hypocritical of him, I know. That's like the double standard. Applies here.
Okay, well, since the thing is trying to bite Corbin and he's on the ground, he's not gonna listen to that. He's just gonna punch him. First, I get to drop some bludgeoning damage on him for grappling. And then I will try to punch him. I will critical punch him. That was weird.
And you hit him so hard, you snapped its neck.
Oh, can I just render him unconscious? Since Demetrius didn't want to kill it?
I don't think you can with critical.
It's melee damage, so you can do, I think...
I guess not non-lethal, sure.
Yeah. Alright, I punch him very hard, but non-lethally hard.
Okay.
Then, I'll get up and say, I left him alive for you, Demetrius.
I'll say, thank you, Corbin. I owe you one. I suppose you can ride on my back again.
Wonder what that was all about. I'll go check out the assassin, see if I can find any papers or something.
Okay. Yeah, you do find a paper that has your names and descriptions on it.
Are the descriptions accurate?
Yes, they are. Like, down to a T.
Mm.
I am,
Is it like part of the arrest warrant or something, or is it something else?
It just says all of your names listed in alphabetical order and what you look like.
We'll show it to everybody.
I am going to clip some of the Pegasus's hair and gather up some of its blood from its mouth. Can I do that?
You can give me a skill check.
I'll ask Nicodemus to help me with this, because he's like the expert in that. Did that last time with the ogre. So, Nicodemus, can you help me gather some blood and hair from this Pegasus?
Certainly.
No, there's nothing else on her. It's an assassin. I don't think they really carry much.
Can I give with the help action? Can I help him, Nico, do his medicine check? Advantage.
Medicine to clip its hair and what now?
To gather some blood from its mouth. Corbin punched the shit out of it.
Would that be a medicine?
And knocked its teeth out.
I don't know what check it would be. It's
While they're doing that, I'm gonna drag the body of the assassin over to this log and stuff it inside the log.
Yeah, give me a medicine, Nico, with advantage.
Maybe the horse will think the assassin like abandoned it when it wakes up.
Yeah, you can get some blood and like a little vial of blood and some hair clippings.
I'll add it to the.
So
Then I want to drag the Pegasus away into the wilds. Do that.
Okay.
I will then put a single point of lay on hands on it, and I'll try to use animal handling to calm it down.
All right. It's been a moment to give you back that guillotine.
Do I get advantage for also being a centaur?
Ooh, for what?
For being a centaur, like a horse-like creature, I have some innate understanding of these creatures.
Are you an animal? You say you're an
I'll
animal?
use my inspiration. I'm using my inspiration.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Animal handling check.
So when you do that, it opens up its eyes, and it sees you, and you can see obvious fear in its eyes.
And I'm like raising my hand and letting it sniff it. I'm like shh, shh, and I'm giving it one of those super good radishes.
All right. It will eat and gingerly get up, and then it will attempt to fly away.
I'll give it a little salute as it flies away.
All right. Does anyone, aka Arcadia, attack it as it flies back north?
She saw what they were doing and she decides not to.
Okay. And then we will be out of combat.
The Corbin will make sure everybody knows that this thing was definitely after us for some reason.
I think
For some reason, meaning Acastus is what Arcadia is going to say.
Could be.
Kyra will look at Nico and Demetrius and say, I'm hurt.
Oh. Let's see here. Walk over. You look a little hurt. Yeah, let me help you. And, give her what happened here?
Oh, Engorgio, you did damage to me, but I don't see any
No.
damage taken away.
Did I do damage to you? I think. Did I hit you?
He missed you, I thought.
I thought yeah, I know I attacked, but I thought I missed you.
Yeah, it was a
okay.
miss.
Never mind.
Yeah, because like that horse's attack, if it would have hit like really hard, like I was looking at it, it's like, oh, it could almost down them in one hit if it hits hard enough.
Necrotic
I
damage.
cure wounds. Holy shit!
Hell of a cure wound.
I'm fucking
Nice
right
one,
at
yeah.
this.
And she's like, thank you, and then she'll look at Demetrius, like, look at you expectantly, if you will.
And Demetrius is busy healing himself, and he looks back at her and he says, "What? You look fine."
Okay. And she will pat Nico on the head and say thank you as she climbs back onto full on.
He looks at Nico. What? What did I do? She looks fine.
And
way worse hurt.
Sven, I'll give you that trap points back because this is the only combat we're going to have for the day.
It's all right. I guess she just expected you to heal her too.
All right. Continuing on. We're looking at this map. We can actually kind of fast forward because I rolled for combats and stuff, and you are able to make it back. If you want to make it all the way to the Sour Vintage, you can, or if you want to stop at the temple, you can. It's up to you guys.
Corbin was going to stop at the temple, say hi to the Oracle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, his waifu.
All right. So yeah, you make your way to the temple, and there's another long line of people out there, and they're all people seeing you. They are all excited, like the heroes of the Oracle, the saviors, and then one of the gods is there with you, and when you go in. There's another line, there's still people, and the Oracle sees you, and she just glares at Corbin.
And I will call her to the side to have a discussion.
So she'll see you and we need to talk about that little hussy that you've been hanging out with.
Which hussy are you talking about?
Be more specific, yeah.
Which of all the hussies? Which of them?
The princess.
The princess?
Honora.
Oh no, yeah, that was me.
I didn't do anything with the Nora.
And
But-
I was the,
But
I was
you
the only one not tempted.
But
He
you-
prefers horse meat.
but you wanted to.
I'll fan the flames and I say I saw him look at Anora quite a lot actually.
I know. And she'll look you up and down. She's like, I don't see any hair on you. Who's the bald bitch?
She says that to Amitrius.
No, she says that to Corbin.
You'd be like, "You're mistaken, my love. I have not betrayed you."
Didn't she have no time for you last time we were here?
No, we spent a little bit of time before I left.
No, but she didn't. But she didn't have that kind of time for you. 'Cause
Yes,
she said
that's
she had to
true.
get up to.
Correct.
Right, I'm just saying, we just gotta pet a dog every now and then.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Can I ask the Oracle something, or is she...
She'll look at you and say, yes.
I will bow to her and say, Great Oracle, I hope you are pleased with our efforts so far in the city of Astoria and Mitros.
Well, I know that you've been causing some shit.
I have no idea what you mean, Oracle.
You stole.
What? No, we returned those items to...
Don't lie to me. I see it all. You stole.
Aren't those Kyra's music instruments that we returned to her?
Is that what she told you?
Yes.
No.
Did she
Okay,
make
we
us
all-
steal?
We
Oh,
all
God.
glare at her as she's with us, right?
Yes, and you can see her have you seen the gif of Homer Simpson kind of slowly backing up into the
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
No.
that's kind of what she's trying to do right now.
Oh no, Oracle, we will return the instruments at once. We were tricked. We did not know.
Come on, Kyra, give us the instruments.
No. They're mine.
I will look at the Oracle and say, can you somehow convince Kyrav?
You want me to convince a god to do something that she doesn't want to do?
We will make her amends. I assure you.
So, just so you know, you pissed off some people, and expect some more assassins. You stirred up too much. You shook. What do they call it? Shake the branches too much.
Well, we could not stand idly by in the face of corruption and worse.
Now, Kyra, things are not going to keep on going like they've been going at this point. You've lied to us, and you're going to make amends, or we're done here.
She's like, and then she'll stomp her foot. But they deserved it.
That doesn't change the fact that you lied to us, and we're going to make amends. You're going to give us the instruments, or what?
To be fair, I think they're in the bag of holding unless they were. You gave all.
I mean, we handed them to Kyra. But
Okay.
if she wanted us to hold on to them, that's.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
As far as I know, they're still in the bag of holding. Like
So
you
what's
would.
the quickest way to get one of the dragon riders here so we can is there a way we can send them a message and fix this?
Well, I can send for. You can send them through Express if you wish, but they might cost you a little bit.
What's that? How much is
Kyra
it?
will pay for it.
Yeah.
She cocks an eyebrow. I didn't steal anything.
You lied to us and said they stole it from you, and we had to return them.
And she'll kind of. But I'm the goddess of music, and they kicked me out for no good reason, and it's just not fair.
Okay, well, you know what? How much is the cost for this express to fix this mess? To get a message to whatever the king of not Mytos is?
No, not the king, not him.
Mitros, the fastest.
We'll send it to the bards themselves.
Okay, yeah.
She says, "Well,
s-
she says,
so
well,
there's-
we can send them with Nikkei. That might work. That's the fastest."
And what is the fastest we're talking here? We're busy trying to save the world as well as give people back their stuff. So we'd like to, how long is it going to take for this message to get there?
She'll kind of she's thinking about it. She's like, "Well, I know they're traveling to Aregius where this next show is supposed to be, but they probably canceled it. If you leave them here, depending to see, I'll have to see where they're actually going to stop at next, and then I can send them from there."
Yes, thank you.
Wait, we're going to leave the instruments with the Oracle?
Of course, she's trustworthy.
You mean Kyra's friend?
I trust the Oracle. I mean, she told us about it in the first place.
The Oracle's very trustworthy, Corbin will assure you.
Okay, so how much is to get this message to them, and we don't know how long it's going to take for them to get it?
Well, however long, it's sooner than if we don't send it at all.
I can't believe we stole something.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if maybe we should go back to Mytros and return the weapons. Or return the music instruments.
It's too far.
Probably throw us in jail. Even if
No,
we
my
return
deity
them.
will be disappointed. He may surely abandon me and take my powers from me for this crime.
And it's the last place they expect us to show up. Doing the last thing they expect us to do.
Keep in mind, it's been about a week now of traveling.
Let's just leave it with the Oracle and give her money for the express, and she will arrange the rest.
Sounds fine. Sure.
Right. I want to pull the Oracle aside and ask her about my prophecy and my past. Tell her that I've learned some very disturbing things, that what I thought was true is not. That I may have been betrayed, and the Dragonlords are not what I thought they were, or became something I thought they weren't.
And she'll look at you and ask, what exactly have you learned? And what are you still trying to find out?
I'll say it appears that I may have been betrayed by Esther Arkenlander, and that I was trying to make a peace, but I was killed.
Yeah? he wasn't the nicest in the world.
I'm like, that's not how I remember. I remember the Dragonlords being helpful to the people.
Yes, but power corrupts, does it not? And absolute. What do they say? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
And what does that say of the gods?
You're not wrong.
And you look at Mitros. Valis is reigning over a city with slave trade. That's kind of fucked up.
And I will tell her that we have seen her father Sidon a few times, and that he may actually hate my friend Demetrius more than me.
Do try.
And she'll laugh and says, "Yes, you should have seen him rage a little bit. It was kind of funny."
Hmm. And then I'll say, do you have time for us to spend the night? And I will try to put on a athletics display and make my hex bounce a lot.
Do that roll.
I also have questions about the prophecy.
And she'll give you that look. And then she'll look at Demetrius and, yes?
They within my prophecies, they spoke of that I had to find a weapon that would help me slay the dragon, and I take out the axe of Xander and say, would you happen to know if this is the weapon, or?
And she'll kind of hiss a little bit when you show that to her. Put that nasty thing away. Do you know how much?
What?
Do you know how much blood that has spilled?
No. I'll say, what do you suggest we do with this thing? Should we return it to the tombs, or?
She'll say, well, it's useful. I know it can do. It can hurt people, but it might help you in your quest. But that is not the weapon that you are seeking.
Very well, thank you.
And thank you for that follow, Thurbird.
Step aside for the rest.
Thurbird.
Are we staying the night? Did she give me the nod?
Yeah, if you guys want to stay here, you can.
Is this the weapon that killed Corbett?
No, that is not the weapon that killed Corbin.
Corbin will snort. Such a puny weapon could not hurt me.
Puny, look at this thing. It's a work of art. I'll put it back away. I guess we're sleeping here. Does anyone else have questions about their prophecies? Arcadia, maybe you want to ask about the Amazons?
She's thinking about it, and she steps forward and asks about it, as though she thinks she's gotten all the answers she's going to get. But she would ask the Oracle about that. Is there anything else? As well as, does she have any thoughts about our current quest to regain the Ultros, and anything particular that she would be able to give us advice against fighting a ghost of Mr. Archelander?
She will just say, be very careful, not all as it seems when you get to where you are going. I know that's very cryptic and it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's oracles for you.
Great oracle.
And the fate, the intertwined fates. We should go to the island of the fates to find out more about Demetrius's and Arcadia's intertwined fates.
Yes. That is all she says is yes. There we go, prophecy.
Camos, were you going to ask something?
Oh yeah, oh great oracle.
It
I
is
feel
a
like I've
badass
been all over these
binary.
lands, and I know nothing more about the doomed nature that has befallen me. Have I missed something? Was there someplace I was supposed to go, or someone I forgot to ask?
As far as I know, now that you are supposed to consult the fates on the island of the fates.
Okay.
That is because you have seen and spoken to. You are on the correct path. Let's say that. To finding out more about yourself.
Nico, do you want to ask about your mysterious vanished family, maybe?
Yes,
The family
that's a very good idea. So Nico will step up to the oracle behind Kamos. And, my dear oracle, I've been lost in my head for a while. After visiting my hometown, it was come aware to me that I don't have a family, but I remember them. Is there something you could help me with to clear this in my head?
And she'll kind of cock her head and. Well, family? You've never had a family.
Why do I remember having one?
And maybe you hit your head really hard or something? I don't know. I've never seen you with a family before. That's
Picture my wife and children's faces. All the times we spent together.
Let's just say maybe the fates are being cruel to you. But I have never seen you with a family.
Lutheria has been appearing in our dreams, and I know she has affected his mind a few times before, and showed signs of madness. Could it be something like that?
That could be a possibility.
Do you believe it is the fates that are behind this?
The fates are, how do you say, cruel bitches.
Is there perhaps a ritual or something you can perform to give insight on his memories or this thing?
There's only so much that I can do. If I can't see it, if I haven't seen it before, I don't foresee me seeing it in the future. That would be something for the fates.
Then I'll have to visit them with Kamos. Get this figured out. Thank you, Oracle. And
Yeah.
Nico bows away and
Alright.
walks away with Demetrius and chats with them about the fates and such, and how cruel Lutheria could be and everything.
I don't think it's just a random imagination from you, at least. There has to be some truth behind it.
There has to be something, because I have these clear thoughts in my head.
Yeah, I do not think
And
you are insane.
these memories just seem so true and real to me.
It
Yes,
might be
I
the
believe
wrong.
you.
It might be the wrong genre, but possibly you're a replicant.
Oh
Okay.
no! Oh no! Don't say that.
Are his eyes shining a little bit?
Maybe he's a Warforge? I'm just saying.
Maybe he got
Implanted
Doctor
me.
Strange.
Yeah.
God. Alright, if there's nothing else, we can rest and then head out. Alright.
Arcadia would ask if it's okay to go down to the underground springs, and she would.
Yes, that is okay with her. And when you go down there, it's changed a little bit. Now it's a little bit more, not quite as dreary. as you have rid the temple of the nasty beast.
There's Arcadia's
Okay,
bathing. She hears a voice behind her. I hope you don't mind mixed bathing, and then Amicia bombs into the water, splashing it everywhere.
Hope there's no carpets down there.
Skep is in here. Alright, so next day, heading out. So as you're heading out, you know you're kind of following this path, and you know on the river and whatnot. And you, as you're traveling, you hear a frail voice calling out for help. Do you investigate?
I will investigate.
Alright, so you come up on the scene. It's along the riverbank, and there's a very frail old man. And there's a boat right here.
Oh dear.
And on this boat, next on the shore, you see a fox, a chicken, and a bag.
I know this one.
I don't.
And the man asks for help. That he
I get it now.
He needs to get across to the other side, but he can't. He can only take one across at a time, and he needs help.
Oh, what was the clue again?
You have to find out how much they'll weigh, right?
Or he can only take
No.
one across.
Oh no,
if he
the
leaves
fox will eat the chicken, right? The chicken will eat the bag, right?
Right.
Something like that, yeah.
He can only fit one in the boat across. Right, because
Correct.
he can only fit one.
Correct.
I think it was like you had to bring one twice or something. Gosh.
Yeah,
He
but
said-
that's what the riddle is. Usually, you can only fit two in the boat.
So
Well, let's ask. What are the rules? Let's ask the man what the rules are and what happens.
So he says, I have a boat, and it can only carry me and one other thing. If the fox and the chicken are left together, the fox will eat the chicken. If the chicken and the bag are left together, the chicken will eat the corn. How can I do this?
God, I completely forgot this one.
Well, if you take the chicken across,
The fox won't eat the corn.
right? So then it's like then we come back, and I think we grab one of the other ones, and the idea is we bring the chicken back with us.
Oh yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay, so I think the idea is I'm just gonna say it. Just
We gotta take the
count-
chicken first.
You take the chicken to the other side, and then you
Okay.
come back,
Okay.
and then you grab the fox.
Okay.
You bring the
Bring-
fox over,
The
and at
chicken,
the
you're
s-
doing chicken back, yeah.
you bring the chicken back with you,
Okay.
Take the bag.
and then you
Bag.
leave the chicken here. You grab the bag, you bring that to the other side,
Okay.
And then we just have to bring the chicken over.
and then you just bring the chicken over.
And he says, "Man, thank you so very much. I was stumbling upon this. I couldn't figure it out." And he says, "Thank you for your help. Let me gift you guys all something." And then he will ask you. We'll give you this.
Well done, Kamas. I would have fucked it up because I completely forgot how it went.
Well, the rules never said that the fox had to stay alive, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you would have come up with a solution.
Yeah. Probably.
If it was my mage, I would have just fireballed the whole thing.
Of course you would have.
I did check the how long the river was, wide the river was, to see if I could just Misty step my way out of this problem.
No, there was. That's why I waited that long. All right, so we got a
I got a bag of holding.
bag of holding, 2 oils. Let me just get a spell scroll, and then I need a roll from chamois cloth.
Oh, I'm supposed to roll d20.
Uh,
Oh, no,
I-
roll.
Oh, that blink. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. Potion
Fire
of bar
breathing.
breath. Then let's see. Tables. So I can find the
Ooh,
table.
nice.
Now that we have 2 bags of holding, we can fuck around.
Yeah, we could rip a hole into another plane.
Yeah, be the bad god. Silent shows up.
And that is a scroll of animal messenger. Kill all.
Ah, we can box
Hey.
somebody.
We can send a message to the bards.
Doesn't it have like a range of like 100 feet or something?
No, it's a long distance, I think.
Alright, all that is in party sheet. Feel free to grab it out.
Figure out what I could use that oil of slippers for. It's got lots of potential.
Yeah, it's also especially that freedom of movement spell access.
I'll give it to Kawas.
Oh, what are you gonna give to me?
The scroll of animal messenger, so that you can copy it into.
Oh, okay, cool.
Useful to be able to send messages. Does cost gold though. Gold?
Yeah, I'm just looking through my stuff, and it looks like I could even use the dream scroll to contact the musicians and be like, "Whoops, my bad."
The dream scroll is too powerful for that.
Whoops. Oops.
Whoops.
My bad.
Well, you don't remember giving me a wish scroll?
No. Can't you go? Alright, so now you may end up making it to the Sour Vintage where you guys all started at the very beginning. And now there is a sign out front that says this is the gathering place of the heroes of the prophecy where they gathered before slaying the great boar.
Oh yeah, I remember this place.
Mr. Piggy.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the place where I defeated you in battle.
Where you
Yeah.
first met.
It defeat me. It's just fighting.
And walking in, you get great cheers as Tala, which is the owner of this place, offers you up free accommodations and food, and the patrons will ensure that you drink for free.
Excellent.
And then they ask, what is next on the agenda? What are you guys up to?
We go to seek the ship of Esther Arkenlander.
The Ultros! You're going after the Ultros?
Indeed.
And one old man says, I have seen that ship. And another guy says, oh, he's full of shit. You can't see a ship sailing on a landlocked river.
I will, I'll do insight to see if I believe him.
You believe him.
I will inquire about him, like, where did he see it and how?
Oh, let's sail down the river Leith at midnight. I don't care what they say, it's a landlocked river, but I've seen it.
Where is this river?
By the Dead Falls.
Ah.
How
Is
long
that,
ago?
does that line up with where the king told us the boat would be?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Oh, it's this river on the map here.
Correct.
Should follow it from now on.
Like, all that, like that big ass line, that's the river.
I'll ask him, how long ago was it that you saw this ship?
Oh, I see it from time to time.
When you're out on your boat, or how do you get there?
Yes, when I'm on the boat fishing. And this guy is extremely drunk, let's just say that.
Would it be possible for us to borrow your boat?
Huh? You can borrow it, you can buy it, but I need the boat for to make money. That's how I make my living.
Well, we'll bring it back.
But how am I going to make my living?
We're not going to be gone very long.
I don't know that.
How much would it take for us to rent your boat for a while?
How long is a while?
How long do we think it'll take to get to the ship? You've been there, you say?
Well, I might travel faster than you, or you might travel faster than me. It takes me, the river is very long.
I'll say Amitrius gets a little bit nervous and say, maybe we should just go via land. I work better.
No, it would be too hard on the land. We should take a boat.
Amitrius begins sweating a little bit. Really, it's fine. We can just walk past the river. We're not in a hurry, right?
It's much safer to take a boat, Demetrius. Don't worry, we'll take care of you.
I don't need anyone to take
I'll feed him a carrot.
I'll slap it away and say, you need to stop doing that.
So how much does he want for the boat?
Well, how long are you asking for it?
However long we need it.
He wants a dime.
And so what did he say? He said like 3 or 4 days?
Can't you just hire him on like we did?
Yeah,
in the other
maybe we can take him with us. Like, so maybe you can guide us there.
I could do that. For you, how about 1,000 gold?
We are the heroes of the Oracle.
Okay.
Plus we do not have that kind of money.
Okay. Well,
They
then...
still hire him for their standard rate.
Yeah.
Well, I make about 1,000 gold 3 or 4 days in food, so that's...
Maybe this adventuring is the wrong business, Demetrius.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
We should get into fishing.
Does he look rich?
Yes, actually.
Oh shit!
Does he have a hat that says?
What are we talking about here?
Does he have a hat that says Bubba Gump on it?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll find some other way, guys. Let's just drop this boat thing.
Sure.
And another say, if you're going to the Dead Falls, right?
Yes.
Well, just be careful, because that is one of the pathways to the underworld where Lutheria lives. Strange things happen there, don't you know? But if you go down there, you might not come back. But
Yeah, try to
No,
win.
I'll ask the merchants one more time. Is there anything we can do for you to earn passage?
no.
No services? Well, you may need of us someday. You may regret this, my friend.
A man has to feed himself.
All right, I will remind you of your words.
And he says, but I'm doing quite okay.
Yes. You defy the prophecy at your own
Just
peril.
leave this guy alone.
I'm not defying anything, my friend.
Corbin, you must recognize the fate signs of when the DM doesn't want you to do something.
Just leave this guy alone. He's done nothing to you.
I say he'll help you, but you got to pay him.
Well, why should he sacrifice his life so that you just can sit around comfortably?
Exactly. It's like he'll help you, but yeah, that's his right. Like you gotta pay him. But another person will say, if you go to the Dead Falls, be careful because the rocks scream like harpies, and those who venture to the river's end never return. But heroes have no fear of the dead.
What did he say about harpies? I'm sorry, the what?
The rocks scream like harpies.
Oh.
And those who venture to the river's end never return. and heroes have no fear of the dead.
Luckily, we have that scroll of protection against the undead.
But yeah. I think, though, that would, let's see, we'll give you a long rest, because I think that would probably be good, because the next little part will take a little while.
Awesome, well, thanks.
But yeah, we're closer. We're getting closer and closer to the Deadfalls, and maybe the Ultros, who knows?
Awesome. We haven't been in that part of the world yet.
You have not.
A new area.
Yeah.
Let's see,
Lots to explore.
I want to see this.
Yes.
This map again. Let's see if that. Yeah. Like, look at this map. You guys, let's say, looking at this map, you guys are, like right there.
Yep.
And I think the farthest you have gone is, let's see, there, and then there. So like that's all you really covered. That's funny. It's a massive world, man. I love it. But yeah, so next week we'll pick up at the Sour Vintage and go from there.
Cool.
1, go. All right. Thanks guys for hanging out.
Right. See you next week.
Thanks for the game.
Yes, next week. All right, stream. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate that, and we thank you for the subs and for the donation to the suicide prevention for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. That is something that is very close to my heart. Yeah, I thank you for that, and we'll be back here next Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, and we will see you then. Have a good day. Goodbye.